Hello, it's Daniel here, and welcome to my third video on the channel. This is going to be my story on mental health, starting from, well, when I was born until now. So, sorry. Oh, a bit unwell, I think, at the moment. Right, so, I when I was younger, I was adopted at the age of 2, and I was adopted with my sister, who is 1 year older than me. She got adopted at the age of 3. I got adopted at the age of 2. And yeah, our according to our case file on adoption, because when you get adopted, you have notes on like the story behind why you're adopted. So the reasons for my sister and I getting adopted was because my birth parents, um, were both abused alcohol and were violent towards each other. And my mum was actually suicidal, and she struggled with a lot of mental health problems, I believe. That meant she couldn't look after herself, so she couldn't look after anyone, really. If you can't look after yourself, then how are you meant to look after other people? So that wasn't great for her. I'm sure she's was in a terrible way at the time. And yeah, we got they because of they couldn't look after themselves, my parents. They used to neglect me and my sister because we couldn't because they didn't know what to do. I believe they didn't know what the right thing to do was. They were too entangled in their own minds that they didn't think about their children that they'd given birth to. So yeah, for the first 2 years of my life, I was neglected, and yeah, I got adopted to a great family now. Loving, caring, they're great, honestly. I didn't get adopted into a bad family at all. I'm very lucky. And yeah, got got adopted at 2.5, and my sister was 3.5. Um, Came to live with my adopted parents. Everything wasn't too bad. They brought us up. I had fairly normal upbringing, I'd say. Fair good relationship with my parents. Uh, they were always there for me, supported me through school, and I got bullied at school quite a lot because I'm a different person. I'm a strange person, to be honest. I know everyone is, but in terms of society and like fashion, I just go against it a little bit, I think, or I just don't go with it. So they didn't understand me, and I'm quite I went back down for my point. So I guess it was 50-50 why I was getting bullied a bit, but it shouldn't have happened either way. Bullying's not nice at all. Used to get in a lot of arguments at school, physical, violent fights, but I was never from there was no violence at home ever. When I got angry at home, I used to break things, and I'd do that in my own company. I wouldn't do that in front of my parents when I was angry. I would go upstairs or move out the room, and I'd break one of my toys or something like that because that's what I felt safe with doing and letting my anger out. Um, but as I said, school wasn't quite the same because as my parents weren't physical people, they were just verbal. People at school were my age and they were young and they didn't understand, so they were physical and violent at times, and a bit of rough and tumble was fine. But I took everything so seriously at the time, and if someone touched me who I thought what didn't like me, I'd complete defensive mode, and it wouldn't be a play fight. And I mean, I don't think they were doing it as a play fight, to be honest. They were just trying to get a response from me, mate, the bullies. But I yeah, I attacked them back completely. Worse than they were doing to me, because I had passion and behind mine